welcome back to some more Monster Train 2 Monster Action. Hope you are doing well myself. We are Pyreborne, today's rotating random, which means I'm going to talk about a ways back around American Thanksgiving in November. Shiny Shoe did a community challenge where I got in what you would consider somewhere between first and third place in it, because the number one place, and this doesn't bug me at all, I don't really care, they're welcome to do this, I get it, especially if they are ESL, that maybe it wasn't quite super clear, but the first place person actually used an alternate account, they said this themselves, to run the run to figure out how to maximize the score as perfectly as they could, and then did it afterwards on their main account, which is fine. If they want to take, however, I think they said like 18 hours figuring that out, I don't care. That's on them. They have earned it. And then second/third, I tied with the next highest score. I don't know if that, when I click on it, it says like I had second, but when I'm like looking at there's this challenge available, it says I'm third. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. The point is of all of that is we got those in the top 10 11 got sent postcard size printout of some Monster Train cards signed by the Shiny Shoe team. I got my fourth pick on cards. My first pick was Glug Slider. Unfortunately, when I said that, I was then told it had to be a Monster Train 2 unit, which I was really hoping like I could get this, that sneak it in and it'd be like a semi-spoiler that Wormkin was definitely coming back, but it did that. My secret plot did not work. So then I asked for Impish Scholar, and they said, well, specifically it has to be an actual unit in Monster Train 2, not Monster Train 1. So I guess Impish Scholar didn't work. And then I'm like, okay, what about Bone Dog? But that's still apparently, even though Bone Dog was not a unit in Monster Train 1 and is only a unit in Monster Train 2, did not count. So I got my fourth pick, which is Lord Phoenix. So I'm going to try to remember to put in some editing magic and throw up the picture of the Lord Phoenix I received. Also, as a bonus, they sent out secondary cards to people, so I got a bonus Soul Smelter card as well, signed by the team. You can tell these cards were printed a while ago, because when I throw up, once again, using editing magic, you might notice on the Soul Smelter it says Slay, Gain an Egg, rather than its current form. So it is a bit older. But yeah, I enjoy the community challenges. I want more. I do understand where some people are like, why are only the top people getting the prizes? I think, okay, first off, it makes sense, but the top people to get prizes. But I also would say, like, okay, yeah, maybe if they have 10 prizes, do like top 5 and then like 5 random people, or top 8 and like 2 random people, so that everyone, just for playing, has a better chance as well. Anyways, that is aside, we are going to jump into this Lord Phoenix run. Find out what we get today. Ex-Underlegion, that works for me. Pyreball, Loamcoat, Magma Mauler. Do like a Loamcoat, that is always strong. I guess we're going to go in Golden Eggs. I just find the Pyrogel path boring in general. And then, yeah, we will take Strike, Apply, Pyrogel 13. That's easy. And what we are going to do, we're going to greed this a little bit, okay? Because I believe in my ability to do well. As we are just going to blast up top right away to get Egg 1, and then we just throw that coat down, and I think we're going to be good. I think we Pyreball again, so we take that guy out so that we are putting a bunch of damage into this unit before they hit top. We could breathe here. That puts us to 2 eggs. How much Pyrogel? This applies 4 Pyrogel. So that would be enough to get the kill. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And just ping out the next unit. I don't think we're going to get this guy killed, unfortunately, on top. Well, 29. Not quite. So what I think we do, we just send that into you. But between the regen and the 50 health, I think we are going to be super easily getting this boss kill. Anyways, got my 2 guaranteed eggs. We'll take it. Alright, Lava Flow, Pyreball. I don't know if these are super needed. Spikes is the one we're against today. Okay. Strix and Hollow, which one is the Slay and Can't? Yeah, I don't think I need any of that at the moment. Could take the Infectory. Why not? Just, you know, give me some mushrooms up top. Tiny size and a Titanite is good. Let's take a Miser. And let's Titanite you, and we're going to put health on the Miser itself. Mark of Invasion is fine. We're going to play this like before. I think we're going to put the Miser in the back because I want you to potentially hit, you know, the 70 health unit with a bunch of drain. Anyways, we Fire Breath. I do want the gold. So we take out one of those and then we just blast that floor. Yeah. And the hope is I get my loam coat before. This is fine, actually. Perfect. And now I got some mushroom blockers, which is going to be great. Ah, man. Well, we load up the mushroom. Let's make sure you don't heal, please. And those backliners can definitely go. Alright, we clear out that. Get a nice Fire Breath. Let's take you down and, you know, a hit, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's going to perish, so we can just double Spore Touch here. And I think we will be fine. We're going to build up a lot. And you know what? Darn it, I'm trying to take on these stacks faster to see if I can get more rounds with the Miser connecting for 10 gold. We got some decent gold. There's a golden touch. Just get some more eggs, and then I guess we take the proliferate because proliferating Avarice is really fun. Tiny size on the diadem could be good. So let's take that, then re-roll. We'll deployable this weapons cache. And I don't think I really have anything to put this on. You could do like a -4 on one of those. I don't think that's quite it. Triple stack. No. Permafrost is decent, but also no. I think we're just going to skip it. I don't think I gain enough from doing that, okay? Don't think I want the meat shield. We're just going to continue as is. And we will actually play bottom. Right? So we drop that. If we put you down to one size, it gives me 2 pip left over. We're just going to loam coat these two. We're going to give you more health, and we play out the train stewards, okay? Let's make sure we take out the frontliner. Darn. Not quite what I want to see yet. Once again, we take out one unit. I'm going to do this. Let's go ahead and just proliferate. It gives me some good gold stats, right? Okay. Well, that's going to hit me no matter what. That is very unfortunate. You won't, which is good. So let's bump ourselves up to 6 eggs. You're going to come in with a lot of damage, but honestly, not too worried about it. Oh, let's ping you. I think that's worth 1 health. And I didn't use the Dragon Breath because I'm going to save it till you fly back down, right? Because then I can Dragon Breath. Nice. And then I pop this floor. Knock you down to 8. So we knocked down a few stacks, which is good. Yeah, we get this easy kill. Let's just get rid of the calcified armor. We can take 2 to do that. We have so much Pyre Gel scaling at the moment that I'm fine with what this is doing. Alright, I do love it. Great Decay, so we're just going to snag that now. Oh man, those are both so good for us. I guess we'll try for the Moral Mistress, right? Take the Ember. Honestly, should probably take Draw. Ooh, +2, nice. I'll take a Whetstone. Free equipments. Man, I have so much room for artifacts. But I could also upgrade my units. Now we're gonna get artifacts. Alright, we have over 50. Lightstone casing. Do we take that? Don't think so. We're gonna... Non-banner units have deployable. That's not needed. Don't really care about that. I think we take those 2, which is the better upgrade cards. Copy cards. Copy 5 cards. You know what? I think we're just going to 5 times dupe this proliferate. And then gain the health. Alright. More eggs. I could go 2 levels and go for explosive. Nah, I think we'll just go golden eggs. I think we're going to play bottom just to make sure we get these things. Let's drop the 1-size units first. There we go. Alright, you gotta go down. Then I guess the Mistress. You get a coat and you get a coat. I want those 2 to have coats. Because those are the 2 I care about, actually. You know, living. Alright, Fire Breath. I'm gonna double Fire Starter and then just blast. Barely don't get the kill, but they will die on the next floor. Alright, let's make sure we... Oh, should have just done that in the front one, because you're going to get this anyways. Again, not quite getting... Oh, they're healing, duh. That's silly of me. Alright, this is going to get a kill. Awesome, that got a kill. That's not going to get a kill. That's not going to get kills. So we're just going to take some damage. It's going to be fine, okay? Now we are going to blast. I do want to make sure I kill things. We have 9 cards in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have plenty of spells. those are all dying. So I'm going to send these up here just to minimize how much damage I take to the fire. Awesome. 1 gold egg, please. Make sure that perishes. And we do get the kill here, so we can just let this slide as is. There's a lot of Pyrogel application we're getting. We don't have the best attacks at the moment. Alright, Sacrificial Chamber. I'm going to take another room. I think that's just good for us. Mushy Room. Yeah, we're going to take that. And then definitely unit upgrades. Okay, Underlegion Banner shows us a Puffball. Yeah, let's get some defense in front, shall we? Give you some health, please. And then a Dualism with Endless. That's actually really good. The rest of this was, like, miserable upgrades. Multi-Strike could have been nice. I mean, you would have been good with Dualism as well, but I don't think it's needed. Alright, we have too many calcified embers. We're going to get 2 of those out of here, please. And then I think we want spell upgrades. Man, I could really use like a something with remove consume. I don't know what. It's not like I have amazing things for that. Alright, so we're gonna drop our key units. Now is it Magma Mauler or Miser? Yeah, I think we just drop the 2 of them again. I think this is gonna win. We will do the Miser like that. Alright. Let's make sure we maximize our aids as much as we can. Great decay. We are killing here. So let's make sure we kill there, and then we can just double proliferate. You're still alive. Wow, that somehow was worse. Oh, it is. I get why that's worse for us. That's annoying. I see what happened. I should... Yeah. Whew. Okay, I think that deserves a restart. And, we're going to do this a little bit differently. I'm sorry. We are going to send the Puffball up top. And we're going to play our main floor down bottom like we have been, okay? I'm going to give you the health just because I need you to survive a little bit. And I don't... Oh my goodness, why did I put that in front? Whatever. It's going to be fine. You know what? We restarted once. We're... Ignore what I just did there. Puffball goes down, and then we set up our key floor here. You know what? You could be our tank this time. There we go. Actually do things in the correct order, please. That, in general, helps out my game plan. Now, as long as we need the Miser to do attacks. I think this will be fine. We're just not going to... I don't want to stab myself too much, is the downside. Now, this is the one... I think we go Sacrificial Chamber. Just to gain gold, and then I think we stop the Sacrificial Chamber after this single time. Let us Fire Breathe and then just proliferate that out, right? Yeah, I think that's the correct call. Almost get the kill. We're not down to 2 health this time. So that's good. Again, we just proliferate. I'm going to consume those out, get those guys out of here now. And I think we're going to be fine here. Nothing dies, right? So we just throw down this mushy room. And we might as well just see if we can take you out. And yeah, we're good. This deck is like 1 remove consume or 1 pandemic away from being really strong. It's like a brain spike. Dig deep is also very good for us. Man, 6, we're gonna save that, I think. A single artifact is just, it's kind of rough. -2 and consume. Let's spell chain the Great Decay. Throw up random upgrades and other things. Things that cost -2 don't need that. Holdover doesn't need it. Intrinsic, we can intrinsic the Great Decay. That's always hilarious. +10 magic power on a golden touch. I'm gonna have some weird deck going on, but I think it can win. Let's go ahead and dupe this Dig Deep. I always do that. Dig Deep's not the one. I wanted the one that's consumed, not deck size, but Dig Deep's still fine. Okay. I do think we play this exactly as before. Let's actually... You know what? Let's start out with a really strong turn one, right? Whoop, I should have done all that first. There we go. Do we just wipe the floor? The answer's yes. You can say it like that. Let's get an 8th egg. I don't want to incant because that... At least not incant for nothing like on that floor does. Alright, we can work with gold. We'll maximize how much you are taking. Okay. I think this is pretty good. You are going to die next round. Is that good for me? I don't know. Not good, because you are going top. Definitely just double hit here and we drop a bunch of guys to block for us. Alright, so we knock you with the fire. Ah. Whew. Like, does this make it? It's going to be really close if it does. Alright, so we snuck through with the victory. Like that. Thank you, little mushroom blockers. I don't need more gold. I don't think I need another Great Decay, so we're going to take an Unearthed Treasure. Floor space? Let's take floor space. And then we're going to loot 10 out of 10, please. +3/+3 on units. That's nice. +3 armor on an ability use. Ooh, Sinner Salve and Tuning Fork. Sinner Salve. More unit upgrades, please. Endless Large Stone regen. I'm going to give you the +10 regen. And health, because you really want dualism. We're going to give you multi-strike, because we need something with more attack. Okay, savage. Interesting. I mean, we have the dualism, so it's just Prickly Puffball gets that. More eggs, please. And this is where we could spend some gold, though. Purge some things out. Calcified Embers. We have so much gold. It's not going to hurt me to do this. The Spear Stewards. So I don't have to redraw them. And then what is one other thing that should be purged? Where'd it go? The Sacrificial Chamber's not needed anymore. We should still have plenty of gold to buy things out. This is going to be fine. I think we can even play bottom and still be fine. Alright, so you get to go in front. You're a nice defender. That is not where I wanted to let go of Phoenix. I think my mouse misclicked. Because like, no, that definitely goes in the back. Just in case, let's do you first then. Oh, I think it's because that might have been what happened. It happened there. It auto pulled the mouse down. Weird. Multi-strike Miser. Magma Mauler. You go down. You get some of that. Obviously, the first wave has this. Let's get the Great Decay going. And we can go ahead and proliferate. Get these Great Decays out. You know what? Let's just get this full hand. We have... Well, we want to save a couple of cards. We don't need to play everything, right? Actually, we're probably fine to play everything. Get all that avarice and just blast you out. This is fine. Now the only thing is these will get in your way. Yeah, that's fine. Pretty sure that unit's gonna die horribly before they even get up top. Oh, but the health gain. Alright, let's unearth treasure. Ooh. I don't like that unit getting through. You are less scary if you get through. Alright, whew, we do get the kill. Obviously, we want this to die this turn. I don't think I want the spawn one to do it. Because I want to play down a fresh unit. Yeah, we take 2 hits. We're definitely going to need some health here. Wow, that is less than ideal. Now the question becomes, can I survive this still? Which side do I get health on? Merchant of Arms? I really wanted the Merchant of Magic. Unless I get a Pandemic here. Well, that dies to itself. Okay. I really, really need to hit a Pandemic here. Oh, no. Let's take a Make It Rain. In a Mushy Room. I'm gonna loot. That was not good. Alright, we definitely need health. Blood. Ooh, Stasis Crystal. That's gonna save us a lot of health. And I think, honestly, it's gonna be a dupe Stasis Crystal. Free runes, might as well take that. Get that Capricious Reflection because I can. Grow Room, Hall of Mirrors. I think that is better. We're going to get rid of this Infectory. And we will dupe a Stasis Crystal. This is Corruption. We have the Endless unit, so that's really good for us. We're playing 4 units. We're getting 1 for free, so I think we're fine with the Diadem. So let's purge some other things. We can purge quite a few cards still. But I actually don't want to because I want my units to, you know, do stuff, please. All right. So we drop our stuff. We're going to put the multi-striker in the back. Since you have regen, you go there. Do we just make 2 rows of tanks? I think the answer is yes. Propagate that floor. And we just double Stasis Crystal the Shield Stewards, because that's going to save us health and do a lot of other good things. Get the Mushy Room. Yeah, let's get another Proliferate. I'm going to save the health where we can. I'm going to throw all this up there. I'm going to save the Great Decays because, once again, I want those to hit you, if possible. Alright, so we are getting the clear here pretty easily. Yeah, I want you to take as minimal damage as possible, please. The floor is pretty well set. This is a really nice turn. We just triple proliferate, do a trove. We have to make sure that guy dies as much as possible, though. Which they will. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's enough to make sure they all perish. Now, we do want this to perish before... the boss comes back. Or just get it such obscene regen. I don't think that's going to happen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. At this point, I'm basically out of spells, though. That's the downside. Another mushroom works well. Let's go ahead and bring our cooldown down. Nice. Then we can proliferate. We're going to breathe on you, and we're going to do this again. I think we're honestly going to pull this out health-wise. You dying is absolutely perfect, okay? Let's fire starters. They all get that. Then we can do our proliferate actions. We do want this to die. 143, so you are not going to die yet, but soon. Okay, that's good. 140, but you're going to go up with sap enough to not bother me. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left in our deck. So we're not going to... Oh, actually. I do want to make sure one of those dies. I don't want the junk. The junk would really screw up my math for next turn. Alright, yeah, we easily have this. Thank you, Great Decays. Cool. All right, Hellfire Bellows, we'll take that. Ascend Pyrogel 2, we take that. Abyssal Prism, do I have anything that targets my own units that is good? The only thing is the Brain Spike. But since that's the only thing in this whole entire hand that's beneficial for me, we'll take it. I don't want Pyre Tap because all my spells are free. And I already forgot what the other one was, because it didn't matter. Alright. Let's get our units out. Look at this puffball. That is a lot of health. Some beautiful starts. We're going to replace out the grow room. We're going to place out our 2 life-saving stewards. We're going to have a very strong turn 1. Let's go ahead and just cast that proliferate. gonna make our hand very cheap up here. We need you to die the fastest, right? There we go. You're gonna go pretty quick. And this is where we just cast double Firelight. That's nice and fine. Let's just dig deep to get a little bit of blocking going because we're killing the floor anyways. We're not taking the extra 5, so we have more than enough health to get through these bosses. There's the mushy room I need. I think we proliferate and then we ping. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Ping and then proliferate actually would make more sense, but that's okay. This unit's not going to have enough to worry me. You're going to die pretty quick. Everything's going to die pretty quick. Including Puffball, unfortunately. Do we just let that through? So well, if Puffball can absorb the hits, then it's fine, right? Let's see, 16, 34, so that's 50, right? 50. If I do another one, that would be, yeah, so I can't do another one. So we're just gonna pause it here. That way I don't risk losing my my mistress. All right, that floor is taken care of. So I guess the only thing we have to take care of now is that. Which, hey, looks like we get it. You know what? Let's make sure that dies. Beautiful. $21 damage taken. Was that 7 rounds? Yeah. Whew, that would have been a lot more. What, another 21 damage otherwise? Yeah, that's fine. Run summary. All right, we only had the one really big mess up. But otherwise, yeah, the Undying here. Just should have played the Puffball top because I could deal with the endless waves and then everything else bottom. That was the only really big mess up. There's a couple of minor just weird misclicks. I apologize about that. But otherwise, yeah, we pushed through. We burned through our deck completely in order to, you know, burn through the enemies. Consume out. We didn't really have any strong, consistent, good stuff to continue in our deck after we consumed it all. But at that point, it didn't really matter because most things were dead or the game was over. Thank you 5 times Dupe. Thank you Twin Minds. You know, those both really good, making sure I have a large deck size that survived. I didn't even draw through my deck, right? No, I didn't, because I don't think I saw the Brain Spike yet for the Titan fight. Yeah, normally, I mean, I love taking a Perspective Great Decay. I think it's great. You get some good etch consume strategies that you can come out of it. If you can find a Pandemic, that's my usual go-to is, you know, draft a Pandemic. The next is find a strong card that gains you strong floor-wide stuff and then put a consume, remove, consume in it. I didn't visit enough magics to do that. I only visited, what, one magic? Oh my goodness. So I couldn't really do that. I did have a couple of good ones for that. Make It Rain would have been good. On Earth Treasure would have been really funny for it as well. Just because, you know, it just brings back a lot of stuff. Actually, that's probably what I would have done is On Earth Treasure, because then I could play it and then 2 more consume spells every round. But definitely Pandemic's the big one. Not Dig Deep, the other one that I always mix the 2 up, that spawns mushrooms equal to your consume pile. That is another great spell to put a remove consume on in this type of deck. That's usually my favorite one because you just get ever growing stacks of mushrooms, you remove consume it, and suddenly you're getting, you know, like 30 mushroom spawns out each time you cast it. I did not see that card. I always, just because I play quick, I always seem to mix Dig Deep and that spell up together in my mind because they have similar effects for amount of text and what they do, and they have similar looking arts in my mind, so they just get smushed together. Oh well. But hey, we pushed through. We burned them out faster than we could burn out, which makes it a win. So with that said, thank you for watching and have fun.